So I'm over in Austin, Texas. I'm in the Chud shop right now. You might recognize the background. And one of my favorite cuts of barbecue to smoke and eat is the turkey breast. And although I've cooked turkey breast many, many times, smoked turkey breast like you would get on a classic tray of Central Texas style barbecue, I have never cooked one of their pre-brine breasts that you get at the supermarket. At home, I'm always having to brine my turkey breast to get salinity all the way through. I've got multiple videos on my channel, but I recommend that you watch this one here. But I always see people over in the States smoking turkey breast and they don't brine it and it always comes out looking really good. And that is because a lot of the turkey breasts here come pre-brined. And I've seen people use this particular one from HEB a few times. So I picked one up, I'm not gonna brine it, just gonna season it, throw it onto the pit, smoke it, see how it comes out. So I just whipped this out of the packet, forgot to press record. Working on a new setup is difficult. And all I did was just take this skin off. Don't really need to tidy it up much more than that, to be honest. And then all I'm gonna do is kind of shape it up into how I want it to be when I put it on the cooker. And that really is to just ball it up, make it kind of round, make sure nothing's sticking out too much. When it goes on the cooker, it's gonna go on like that. Then in terms of seasoning, normally when I brine a turkey breast, I just go on with some pepper, maybe a light rub. Today, I'm gonna use some Chud rub because I have it to hand. It's got some nice color to it, got some pepper, and then we'll do something slightly different with it later on to make it a little bit more interesting. This can hang out and we'll go fire at the pit. Gonna be cooking on the Chud pit 115 maybe? A little bit of post oak. Want to get this nice and smoky to begin with. These turkey breasts are generally not that long of a cook, so I want to get it as smoky as I can up front, get some nice color on there. Shut it down, cook around 200, 225 for about an hour. So we've been cooking pretty low for the last hour or so, about 200-ish. Gonna get a little temp check on this just to see where we're at. Probably in the low 100. Nice color on it, and I'm gonna go in and use my chef's temp, final touch. So we're looking around 110-ish, and I go through the bottom because I don't like to ruin the surface. If I go through the top, all the juices will start spilling out, ruins this presentation side. So if you're gonna temp it, tip it, go in, temp, come out. Anyway, we'll get this shut down, bump the temps up to probably around 225 to 250. Couple of hours later and a lot of post-oak smoke. My chef's temp thermometer is telling me that this is reading 150 pretty much on the dot all the way through. So we're gonna take this inside. And then I'm gonna do something that I've done before, but don't often do, and that is to add some honey and create a bit of a honey butter. So this was suggested to me by my friend Dean, who was recently out here on a barbecue tour. He thought it would be a good idea to have a bit of a sweet turkey thing going on. Gonna go down with a good amount of honey. Once this butter melts, mixes in with the honey, we're gonna get a real nice glossy sheen. That'll go on presentation side down, and then wrap this up. Gonna push that butter right up into the turkey, push it down. Wanna make sure that it's fully submerged. And this is pretty much ready to go. Once the butter's all melted, you're good to go. But for me, I'm gonna put this into the warming oven for a couple of hours. Really let that honey and that butter meld together, and we'll take it out and slice into it. So this has been resting in the toaster oven, is that what it's called?
Yep.
For a couple of hours. Let's just take it out, slice into it. Give you a little taste as well, Brad. See what you think. Let's have a look at this. So at the bottom of this package is a mixture of a couple of things, and it's been sat in there. It should look nice and brown and glossy and shiny and just generally really appealing. Nice and glossy, nice smoke color on there. So brined, butter bathed. Slice into it, see how it is. Very briny looking. On the fresh cut, you can see just how juicy it is from that pre-brine that you get when you get it from the store. I wish we had these at home. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Looking very nice. That is a good looking slice of turkey. Dip it in this butter. That is an indulgent bite right there. Look at that, put that on a tray. You can try some.
Dave, I gotta tell you, this is the most aesthetically pleasing turkey I think I've ever seen in my whole life. The color on that is so good.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's so golden brown, sitting in a pool of butter.
So I kind of did a bit of a cooler smoke for an hour or so because I really wanted that seasoning to stick, adhere, because I knew that it's gonna be sat in a big bath of butter and that stuff comes off pretty easily.
Easy cook though?
Yeah, really easy cook.
I'm really glad that we can just pick these up at the grocery store now, because for years we couldn't.
Yeah.
And this is what they're serving at a lot of barbecue joints, but ever since HEB has a barbecue joint built in. All like the prime tri-tips and turkey breasts and beef ribs are all a lot more readily available.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so as I was saying at the beginning of this video, anytime I'm making a turkey breast, I have to do my own brine, which means making up the brine, weighing the turkey breasts out, taking a big skin off, separating them normally because they come as a pair with cartilage in the middle.
Right.
Find somewhere to brine it, whether that be in a bucket in the fridge or kind of semi-dry brine in a plastic Ziploc. But yeah, being able to just go and get these and they'd be perfectly brined.
Yeah, it's super convenient.
Yeah.
Especially because what you just described is a big hassle. That's like a weekend project.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, a 2-3 hour cook like this on pellet grill, you know, chud box, offset, whatever you got. Makes it a lot more weeknight friendly. Oh, that is so juicy looking.
Yeah.
Beauty. Hard to film white meats, you know what I mean? But it's got like this pinkish hue from the smoke ring on there.
Yeah, and it's got that like kind of briny looking texture as well. You know, where the meat's like really dense.
Oh my God, that's so tender. That is fantastic. So tender.
Yep.
A little dip. Mm-hmm. Got some sweetness to that?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
Not too mapley. Maybe a little maple. Honey?
Honey. Yeah. Butter, a stick of butter, and then a big drizzle of honey.
That's good. The sweetness is very welcome.
Yeah.
But it's not super overpowering.
No.
Like, this isn't like a candied rib or something like that.
No.
It just kind of complements it. It honestly makes it taste a little bit more like pork with
the smoke as well.
The smoke and the slight sweetness. I really wish you guys could see this better, but it is so much smoke penetration. It's like pink until right here, and then right here down. It's got like a bullseye effect on a fresh sausage, you know?
And honestly, this hasn't been dipped in anything, but just look how juicy that is. That's what happens when you brine your turkey, but also take it off at the right temperature as well. This came off bang on 150.
Perfect.
Let it stop cooking for a second so it didn't carry. Wrapped it in some butter, wrapped it in some foil, into the warmer. It's been there ever since.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, these can dry out real quick, but that is far from anything dry, nice and juicy. And like most people that have been cooking barbecue professionally or not for the better part of a decade, this is my kind of snack right here.
Oh yeah.
Not super heavy, eat a lot of it, but it's still flavorful, perfectly salted.
Yeah.
And it's dipped in butter, so nothing wrong with that.
Like I could keep going back to this and eating it.
100%.
As opposed to brisket. When I do a brisket video, I'll have a couple of bites and then it's gone.
Yeah, I know it. I know it all too well. Best thing about these turkey breasts too is you can serve them barbecue style, or whatever you don't eat, pop that on the old deli slicer, or it's good cold for sandwiches, good hot.
You know what? One of my favorite things to do at home is when I smoke turkey, leftover turkey, finely shaved turkey sandwiches.
Welcome to the chud shop.
Yeah. With some piccalilli, some bacon. Oh, very good. Some cheese. Make little sandwiches there for the week.
Yeah, I do a lot of meal prep for Brooke, and I kind of rotate between like week to week. Sometimes I'll cook up a bunch of chicken breasts. Other times I'll just get one of these.
Yeah.
'Cause-
It wasn't that expensive either.
No.
I mean, I don't know what the price per pound was or whether it is or not, but to just get this piece of meat was like $18.
Yeah.
And that's going to feed a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, if you had a barbecue pop-up or a little trailer or you're just starting out, it is so easy to make top 10 barbecue restaurant quality turkey.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If I got that on a plate of burnt bean or Danes or something,
Yeah.
Interstellar, Goldies, I'd be like, yeah, their turkey's very good.
Very good turkey. That is crazy tender.
Yeah.
Nice and juicy, nice and flavorful. What's the rub on there? Is it chud rub?
It is chud rub.
Chud rub.
Yeah. I wanted to do, because I knew it was never going to be so salty that I couldn't apply any salt, and just had to go with just pepper.
Yeah.
So I wanted something with a little bit of colour, but heavy on the pepper, so I went chud rub, good old fashioned.
Yeah, it's by no means too salty.
No.
In fact, you could probably add more and still get away with it.
Yeah.
But it's not under seasoned
For
by
sure.
any means. But that's a question I get asked every year around this time of year. Is people are buying pre-brined breasts or pre-brined turkeys, and they're like, it says it's containing 18% of a salinity solution. Yeah. Like, does that mean I can't put rub on it? And I should just treat it like it's raw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Treat it like it's
yeah, because you can go on with rubs. It's like I've never really had a problem with over seasoning something like this that comes pre-brined.
Yeah, which is also another good point to mention though, is if you're buying a turkey breast or a turkey that does have like an 18% solution, if you then go and try and brine it further with aromatics and things like that, and your water bath solution has a lower salinity than the breast contains, you're going to start diluting it and actually balancing out the amount of salt that's in it when you bought it with whatever brine solution you made. So
yeah, because it's going to come to equilibrium with whatever the salt content is of the brine. So if you really want to control it and you want a 5% salinity, no matter if it's fresh or pre-brined, you can still brine it again. But
yeah, but you know, like when you soak a ham or something to take the salt out of it, or soak bacon ribs to get them less salty, if you go and chuck that into a brine of your own creation, you might be doing yourself a disservice by brining it.
Well, I'm going to eat more of this than I anticipated.
Yeah, looking nice.
It's
very good.
Yeah, I like that sweetness. Gonna have to keep that little trick around.
Yeah. Look at this little bear.
Oh, I'm asking what the sweetness is. There's a jar of honey sitting right there.
Well, so hopefully you liked that video. Hopefully it was useful. I enjoyed making it because I always wanted to cook one of these pre-brine breasts, and it came out very, very good. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. It really, it really helps me out. I'll see you next week for another video.